What's up guys, James here from Mad Science Films, and in today's video we'll be looking at this really cool lens from Sigma. Yeah. So guys, today I want to talk about a really cool lens, this Sigma 56mm F1.4. This is the Micro Four Thirds mount version, but you can also get this in a Sony E mount, Nikon Z mount, Fuji X mount, Canon EF M mount, and the L mount. So a little bit about this lens before I get into my reasons why I switched this out from the Olympus 45mm F1.8. So this is a mid telephoto lens. You get a 112mm full frame equivalent with this lens, and you get, I think the F1.4 is an f2.8 in terms of how the bokeh looks. You still get an f1.4 brightness, but an f2.8 looking bokeh background. This has a front filter thread of 55mm. This weighs, well, the Micro Four Thirds mount version weighs 256 grams, which is about 9 ounces, and this is the lightest of the different mounts versions of this lens. Minimum focus is a tidy 50 centimeters, which is about 19.7 inches. The coatings on this lens are really nice too. There's a massive reduction in flaring and ghosting thanks to the coatings on this lens. This also keeps the chromatic aberration really well handled. And also this lens, it's really sharp, wide open at f1.4. Now, the few reasons why I switched this out from the Olympus 45mm f1.8, and one reason, very superficial, is the aesthetics of the lens, not in terms of the optical performance, but just the way the lens looks. It's a bit bigger, which I know from Micro Four Thirds users, it's not the obvious attribute which you would want to find in a lens, because we're all about the smaller lenses and the smaller sensor, blah blah blah. But nevertheless, you know, I like a slightly bigger lens. It just looks a bit more pro on camera bodies such as the G9. The Olympus 45mm just looked a bit too small and toy-like on times, and it did look a bit weird. Smaller cameras such as the GX7 or the GF7, yeah, it looked pretty tidy, but yeah, very superficial reason. The lens was a bit too small. Also, in terms of the focus barrel there, you know, you get a better grip on it. So manual focus, even though it was focused by wire, is a bit more easier, a bit ergonomically more kind of comfortable than on the smaller Olympus 45mm f1.8. So yeah, looks better, handles a bit better, a bit more weight, which I prefer. Again, very subjective, but that's one of my reasons. Second reason is the f1.4, which is a little bit better than the f1.8, and I think with a Micro Four Thirds sensor, anything you can get in terms of opening up that aperture a bit wider, I think you should take in terms of dealing with Micro Four Thirds sensors and their limitations in low light. So f1.4 was also one of the reasons why I decided to switch out the Olympus for this. And the third reason is the fact that it is weather sealed, and I think this is probably the main reason why I switched it out too, is that weather sealing. I want to be able to take lenses like this out no matter what the weather, and you know, I think having that rubber gasket along the mount paired with some of the G9 and the G80 weather seal bodies, I think just having that extra peace of mind, it's comforting when I'm out and about shooting with this lens. And unfortunately, the Olympus 45mm f1.8 doesn't have any weather sealing. So this is a very nice lens, and a lens I really enjoy shooting with. Being a big telephoto kind of fan, I really love that compression coupled in with the f1.4. You know, you're really getting nice depth within your images, and you're almost getting that full frame look with this lens. And I just enjoy shooting with it. It is small for what it is. I mean, this is kind of like a 135mm f2.8 full frame or 105mm f2.8 full frame kind of lens. So you get in around that ballpark kind of look with this lens, and it's just a joy to shoot with. And I love pairing it with the G9. really pleased with the images I'm getting with this lens, and like I said, you do kind of get that full frame look with this. And a big shout out to Sigma. I mean, this is quite a old lens now, but they do create some really stunning third-party options for Micro Four Thirds. So I'm a big fan of this lens. I switched out for the Olympus 45mm F1.8. Did I really mess up with that choice? Let me know with your comments in the comment section down below. Do you have the 45mm? Do you prefer this over the 56? Do you have the 56? Do you prefer that over your 45mm? Let me know what your thoughts are on this lens and the Olympus. That's it for me, guys. Hope you enjoyed the video. Don't forget to like and subscribe. And until next time, goodbye.